Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
This is the first week in the Hebrew month of Elul. And because it's Elul and we're preparing for the high holidays, we have transferred into using our high holiday prayer books. This is the Slichot prayer book that is to be used for the month of Elul. All the readings lead us to begin turning our minds and our hearts and our souls to the high holidays, which all rabbis know, being that this is the first week in the Hebrew month of Elul, that the end of Elul is coming very quickly and sermons need to be written. And so, just a little stress for the rabbis, but it's fun for us because we have a different prayer book with some new and fresh readings. Let's take a moment to do some breathing, to really be spiritually centered here in this place, that we can clear our minds from any of the problems from the week and just really be together as one community in this holy space and time. We come now to Shabbat, a time of joy, of rest, and of peace, and we begin our service with the singing of Yedid Nefesh, which can be found in our Sidurim, starting on page 2.
Yedid Nefesh Rachaman, Yedid Nefesh Rachaman, Mishochav Decha, Uretzonecha, Mishochav Decha, Ya la la la.
Let's continue on page 7. A time for turning together. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. Now is the time for turning. The leaves are beginning to turn from green to red and orange, and the birds are beginning to turn and are heading once more toward the south. The animals are beginning to turn to storing their food for winter. For leaves, birds, and animals, turning comes instinctively. But for us, turning does not come so easily. It takes an act of will for us to make a turn. It means breaking with old habit. It means admitting that we have been wrong, and that is never easy. It means losing face. It means starting all over again, and this is always painful. It means saying, I am sorry. It means recognizing that we have the ability to change. These things are terribly hard to do, but unless we turn, we will be trapped forever in yesterday's ways. God, help us to turn from callousness to sensitivity, from hostility to love, from pettiness to purpose, from envy to contentment, from carelessness to discipline, from fear to faith. Turn us around and bring us back toward you. Revive our lives as at the beginning, and turn us toward each other, for in isolation there is no life. It is my pleasure to invite to the bima to sanctify our Shabbat candles, which can be found on page 10, Rona Robin and Linda Richardson.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kedushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
We continue on page 18 with the singing of Mizmor Shir.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות. עלי עשור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. כי שימחתני אדוני בפועלך, במעשה ידיך מחשבותיך. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון.
We continue on page 19 with the song Mikalot Mayim Rabim.
מקולות מים רבים, אדירים משפרי ים. מקולות מים רבים, אדירים משפרי ים. אדיר במרום אדוני, אדיר במרום אדוני, אדיר במרום אדוני, אדיר במרום אדוני. מקולות מים רבים, אדירים משפרי ים. מקולות מים רבים, אדירים משפרי ים. אדיר במרום אדוני, אדיר במרום אדוני, אדיר במרום אדוני, אדיר במרום אדוני.
We come now to Lechadodi, which is the acrostic poem that ceremonially welcomes the Sabbath bride into our midst. We have right in our prayer book verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. When we get to our final stanza, verse 9, even though it's not numbered, just follow along. We're going to turn and face the rear of the sanctuary as if we're ceremonially welcoming the Sabbath bride into our midst. Invariably, somebody comes in late. Let's not embarrass them. They are not the Sabbath bride. We continue on page 22 with Lecha Dodi.
דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. אלי, שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה. מראש מקדם ניסוחה, סוף מעשה ומחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. אלי, התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, 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 שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. אלי, בואי בשלום עטרת בלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה.
We continue with Chatzi Kaddish, which formally ends our Kabbalat Shabbat section of our service and begins Shema Uvirchotecha. You can follow along with Chatzi Kaddish on page 24.
יתקדש ויתקדש שמי רבה, ועלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומייכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה, יתברך, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ונעשה, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונך
If you are comfortably able to do so at this time, I invite you to please rise as we continue with Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Come all of you, and come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Come all of you, and come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Do do do, 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 do do do.
Please be seated. We continue with Ma'ariv Aravim on page 28. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro Ma'ariv Aravim b'chochma poteach she'arim uvitvuna mishane itim umachalif et hazmanim umisader et hakochavim b'mishmerotehem berakia kirtzono Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Uma'avir yom umevi layla, umavdil bein yom uvein layla, Adonai tzevaot shemo. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. We continue on page 30 with Ahavat Olam.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Amcha
We continue with Shema, which can be found on pages 32 and 33. Please rise. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Please be seated. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha vishinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha liman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai vitem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lehiot lachem leElohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
Adonai Elohechem emet.
We continue on page 39. Let's read together. Before you know what kindness really is, you must lose things. Feel the future dissolve in a moment like salt in a weakened broth. What you held in your hand, what you counted and carefully saved, all this must go so you know how desolate the landscape can be between the regions of kindness, how you ride and ride, thinking the bus will never stop, the passengers eating maize and chicken will stare out the window forever. Before you learn the tender gravity of kindness, you must travel where the Indian in a white poncho lies dead by the side of the road. You must see how this could be you, how he too was someone who journeyed through the night with plans and the simple breath that kept him alive. Before you know kindness as the deepest thing inside, you must know sorrow as the other deepest thing. You must wake up with sorrow. You must speak to it till your voice catches the thread of all sorrows, and you see the size of the cloth. Then it is only kindness that makes sense anymore. Only kindness that ties your shoe and sends you out into the day to mail letters and purchase bread. Only kindness that raises its head from the crowd of the world to say, "It is I you have been looking for," and then goes with you everywhere, like a shadow or a friend. We continue with Mi Chamocha, which can be found on page 40.
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar bakodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele. Malchutecha ra'uvanecha bokei hayam, לפני משה ומרים, זילי ענו ואמרו, זילי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. יאללה לילה, יאללה לילה לילה, יאללה לילה לילה, יאללה לילה לילה, יאללה לילה, יאללה לילה לילה, יאללה לילה לילה, יאללה לילה לילה. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגואלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
We continue on the top of page 44. The soul tree. Of all the fruit my mother tried to feed me, I loved only the imagination fruit. It has no scent, but its taste deeper than any knowledge keeps me alive. Endlessly I heard mother talking in the courtyard with her neighbors about the soul tree. I tried to follow its shadows that weren't there, and I didn't know whether it was in heaven or on earth. My mother, who never stopped respiring good sleep into me for my soul's rest, cooked me a story every bedtime. The soul tree grows far away in the seventh sphere. My father only smiled to hear her imagination baking me lullaby legends of a tree big as the world with 77 roots, the size of cities. One night I heard from her that only a child who is clean of sin might perhaps on a night when the moon is full see the shadow of this tree, where all the souls fly at night to rest while we sleep. And if your sleep is restless from doing wrong, your soul is lost within itself, longing for the tree, the cathedral of the godly heart. We continue with Vishamru, which can be found on page 46.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת
At this time, it is my pleasure to invite forward a very special couple who have been together for many, many years and are celebrating their 54th wedding anniversary. And so I'm going to ask Ken and Marcy Siegel to come and stand over here by the side of the reading stand. We're going to bless them, and we're going to say, 54, not too shabby. Yeah, there you go. It's triple chai, see? So that's why you have to come stand right here. And now I'm going to talk about how the B'nai Mitzvah process starts a year in advance. And even though students don't meet with the Hebrew tutor until 9 months before, families begin to realize that this is really happening when kids become eligible to sign in 1 year before their special date. So tonight we have a special opportunity to publicly begin one person's B'nai Mitzvah journey. It's my pleasure to invite to the Bima Maddie Robin, this same Bima where her mother was named, by the way, and Ken and Marcy were at Maddie's parents' wedding. So do you see how we're tying all this together? Just so you know. So, Maddie, you come stand front and center because you're a rock star. So you come stand here. Okay. All right, so Maddie, we are all here standing together. We're going to hand you this JPS commentary to use over the next year, maybe even beyond that, so you can become more familiar with your Torah portion in preparation for your big day next year. And after the service, your dad or I will show you, or Marla, where you can sign in so you get every service credit so that you can get the 13 you need to become bat mitzvah. Next year, you're going to stand here the night before your bat mitzvah, and you're going to have this Torah portion, Shoftim, which your mom also had as a Torah portion. So we link tradition and Torah together, building and strengthening our Jewish community. And so I have to ask you to come forward because you had Shoftim too.
Yeah,
if
Mom.
anyone else had Shoftim as their Torah portion, I'm going to invite you to come to the Bima and be blessed as well. Anybody else a Shoftim?
Mom.
Not so
Mom.
much? Okay.
Mom, you need this as well. Come on. You need it.
Yeah, so you have to listen to the kinder. All right, there you go.
You need it.
All right. And so I'm going to ask everyone to please rise while I convey upon all of us the threefold priestly blessing. Yiverechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha, v'yikuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha, v'yasem lecha shalom, v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and keep you. May God be kind and gracious unto you. May God's countenance be lifted up unto you and grant you the most precious gift of peace, as we say together, Amen. Amen. And we stay standing. You guys can go back. Oh, we're going to stay standing. You guys can go back. Yeah. Okay. Because we continue with our congregational tefillah on page 48.
Adonai,
Sefatai tiftach ufi
yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, sefatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Koneh HaKol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. Melech Ozer Moshia Umagen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Vezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechaye Metim Atah Rav Lehoshia, Morid Hatah. Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye Metim Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishene Afar, Micha Mocha Baal Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Menit Umechaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman Ata L'Hachayot Meti, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechaye HaMetim, Ata Kadosh V'Shimcha HaKadosh, Ukdoshim B'chol Yom Yehalelucha Selah, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please be seated. It is my pleasure to invite to the Bima to lead us in the prayer for our country and the prayer for Israel, M.J. Duhan and Patricia Rosenman.
Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'lemotenu. Our God and God of those who walked before us, be now our source of truth and light. Remind us that we are not alone in the pursuit of justice as we care for this country that we call home. May we come to hear America singing in all our varied tapestry of sounds and voices, as together we strive to nurture the compassion and wisdom to cultivate and comfort this land of life and liberty. As others have before us, may we unite to create a shore where those who are tempest-tossed can find again refuge, a land where all may be treated with fairness and dignity, a place where we are brave enough to see and be the light we need. And may our dream, our legacy, be the land that, though it never has been yet must be, the land where every person can be free.
Our God and God of our ancestors, we ask your blessing for the state of Israel and for all Israel's inhabitants. Source of life, bless and strengthen those who defend the land and ensure their safe and speedy return home. Protect and guide them. Holy and blessed one, show Israel's leaders your path so they may act with wisdom, courage, and dedication, and that they may be unwavering in their pursuit of peace. Strengthen their hearts, but keep them from hardening. Freer of the captives, return all those who are kidnapped, safe and sound to their homes, without the spilling of more innocent blood, without any more souls being tarnished by horrific acts. Master of compassion, help us to hold the humanity and the heritage of the Jewish people, while also holding the humanity and the dignity of the Palestinian people. As we are made in your image, remind us of your ways. Spread over us your shelter of peace and fulfill the vision of your prophets. They shall be their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not take up swords against nation. They shall never again know war.
Shabbat shalom.
We take a moment to pray for peace, the most precious gift. And we continue on page 74 with the singing of O Say Shalom.
Oh, say שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. יה לה 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 לה, יה לה 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 לה, יה לה 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 לה, יה לה 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 לה, יה לה 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 לה, יה לה 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 לה, יה לה 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 לה, יה לה 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 לה, עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן.
At this time in our worship service, our thoughts turn to those of our communities and families who are ill and in need of healing. We think this evening of Len Schultzman, Alan Wolski, Alex Quintero, Zora Schutzman, Christine and Anthony Dumas, Jim Soha, Renaud Verdier, and all who suffer whom we know not by name. Misha Berach, Avotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak, V'Yaakov, V'Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, V'Leah, Hu Yivarech v'Rapeh et Kol Cholei Yisrael, Vayishlach lahem bimheira refuah shlema, refuah tanafesh, urefuah taguf, and omar. Amen. Amen. We continue with Misha Berach on page 77. It is Elul, the last month of the Jewish year, the month that we begin turning inward and reflecting and preparing for the high holidays. And Elul asks us to look honestly at our lives. What needs to be repaired, and where have we been silent when we should have spoken? And lately I've been troubled by what I see happening in our country. Like this past week, the news cycle carried a story about justice. President Trump declared that Chicago was so unsafe and so lawless that the National Guard should be sent in. And Governor Pritzker immediately pushed back, no, stay away, Illinois will handle Illinois. Two powerful figures, both claiming justice, one arguing for law and order, the other for states' rights and local control. So here's the question: who is being just? Is it Trump who wants order, or is it Pritzker who says justice requires respecting Illinois' sovereignty? Well, each can make a claim, and each says they're acting for the good of the people. But the Torah is not interested in who gets the last word. The Torah is interested in what happens to human beings at our gates. This week's Parsha, Shoftim, gives us the famous line, Tzedek, tzedek tirdof, justice, justice shall you pursue. Not admire, not hope for, not tweet about, but pursue. And then the Torah lays out a framework for leadership for judges, priests, prophets, and kings. And it says that each has limits. Judges can't take bribes, king can't amass wealth and power unchecked, prophets may not speak falsely, and priests can serve, but they don't rule. Why? Because unchecked power corrupts even with good intentions. And then our Torah portion gives us a striking image. The Arei Miklat, the cities of refuge, are the places where those who were in danger could be flee and safe. But they weren't just symbolic. The Torah commands that you shall prepare the roads so that anyone may flee there. Sanctuary isn't a slogan, it's infrastructure and it's responsibility. And that brings me to a story. When I was thinking about this week's Torah portion and about justice that is more than posturing, I remembered a remarkable woman many of you might have known. This is Joyce Wagner, and here she is speaking at the congregation about 2 years ago. Joyce was the mother of our longtime congregant, Gilda Ross, and mother-in-law of Dr. Paul Ross. Joyce was a Holocaust survivor, one of 9 children in Poland, and the only one to survive in her family. She later wrote her memoir, A Promise Kept to Bear Witness, and has spent her life warning audiences that no society is immune to authoritarianism. And Gilda has lived her mother's values. She has spent her career helping families through District 87, running the parent series that guides parents from middle school through college, helping raise healthier, better adjusted kids. And these are brochures that you can take with you in the back. They have on the way out if you want to learn more about the extraordinary work that she continues to do. Now, her husband, Paul, he is a retired doctor, OBGYN, and he has literally delivered life into this world. He delivered Maddie's mother. Maddie, who got her prayer book? Yeah, I know. See how the worlds collide. But I'll never forget about 16 years ago when Paul's own mother died. It was January. It was bitterly cold. I was 4 months pregnant with twins, and I was preparing to stand at the graveside in sub-zero weather. But Dr. Ross, in his gentle, selfless way, refused to let me put myself or the babies at risk, and he insisted that I stay in the car until the moment of the service, and then I had to go back to the car immediately after. That's who Dr. Ross is. These are people in our congregation who have lived justice, compassion, and responsibility in real, tangible ways. But Joyce, their matriarch, gave us a story that we can't forget. So here's a picture of Joyce at a church in Wheaton during COVID, or after COVID, but right after George Floyd's murder. There were demonstrations happening across the country. And there was a demonstration in Glen Ellen, and Joyce said to her daughter, Gilda, drive me to the demonstration. And so they went. Joyce, frail in body, but fierce in spirit, 97 years old, sat in the car. She rolled down the window, she lifted her arm and showed her numbered tattoo from Auschwitz, and she said to the demonstrators with the clarity of someone who had lived through humanity at its worst, and I'm quoting her, so please don't call for my ouster, I'm just quoting Joyce. She said to them, don't let the assholes win. That was Joyce's sermon. That was Shoftim Come Alive. Justice is not in speeches or in sound bites. It's in courage, the courage to act. It's the reminder to resist cruelty, resist authoritarianism, resist dehumanizing the other. Shoftim turns it back on us. Judges and officers you shall appoint for yourselves in all your gates. Each of us is a little city. We choose what we let in and what to send out. So here we are in Elul on the doorstep of the high holidays, and the question is not what Trump or what Pritzker says. The question is, what do we do? Do we only posture about justice, or do we practice it? Do we claim sanctuary, or do we make it real? And are we willing in our own lives to be a refuge, to offer presence, compassion, and safety for those who need it? Joyce Wagner left us the charge, don't let them win. Don't let fear, cruelty, or authoritarianism define our society. Tzedek, tzedek, tir dov. Justice, justice, you shall pursue. May we pursue it justly. Shabbat shalom. It is my pleasure to invite to the bima to open our ark at this time. We're going to continue with Aleinu, which can be found on page 78. We invite forward Maddie Robin and Emmy Dornfeld. We continue on page 78. Please rise.
Aleinu leshavech ladon hakol, lateit gedula leotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sach chelkeinu kahem, vigor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, Mishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu letakein olam b'malchut Shaddai v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom ha'hu Bayom ha'hu yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad.
Please be seated. Just to let everyone know, our high holiday registration is open, but the office is going to be closed on Monday for Labor Day, so if you need help registering, please contact us on Tuesday. Next Shabbat, next Friday night, is our first Friday Shabbat. It's at an earlier time at 6:30. And Slichot is 2 weeks away on Saturday, September 13th. We will have an adult learning component. I will be teaching with Alan Wolski. We have Kiddush Club service, dinner, and then we have the shofar blast and regular service. So please mark your calendars for Saturday night, September 13th. At this time in our worship service, our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth and whose yahrzeit we commemorate with tremendous love this evening. We remember Anna Mae Levine, mother of Joseph Levine, Bill Van Dyke, father of Scott Van Dyke, Seal Goodman, grandmother of Julie Mandrew, Cynthia Marmer, stepmother of Julie Kalwat, Daniel Schoenberg, husband of Susan Schoenberg, father of Max Schoenberg, Dorothy Lipson, aunt of Kathy Leese, Elliot Zeidel, father of Jeff Zeidel, Evelyn Sugar, mother of Barbara Stoller, grandmother of Michael Stoller, and Florence Stoller, mother of Seymour Stoller and grandmother of Michael Stoller, Fridel C. Jean, aunt of Lynn Whippich, Harold Davis, grandfather of Jason Davis, Irene Farr, mother of Gail Farr, Judy Ben-Or, sister of Mark Tischler, Catherine M. Notaris, mother of Mark Notaris, Kenneth Harris, stepfather of Kenya Madison Gabler, Marilyn Cohen, mother of Barbara Fidlow, Marjorie S. McGrath, mother of Peggy McGrath, Mary Friedland, mother of Gerald Friedland, Nathan Krasno, father of Eugene Krasno, Ruth Jacobson, grandmother of Robert Honig, Sandra Olevsky, sister of Robin Shannon, Shirley Mitnick, mother of Ricky Mitnick, Sidney Chaliff, grandfather of Bonnie Madison, Stanley Trockman, father of Brett Trockman, Todd Tectiel, brother-in-law of Al Herback and son-in-law of Flo Herback. We also are in the period of Shloshim for Dolores Sloan, aunt of Mark and Leslie Turner, Arlene Gazinski, mother of Leonard Gazinski, Patricia Conway, friend of Lisa Stack, and Corinne Fowler, mother of Deb Harris and grandmother of Meredith Clifton. If there's anyone who has someone who is in their heart or on their mind and would like to say their name aloud, please feel free to do so as my hand passes over the congregation. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled as together we recite Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish, which can be found on page 86. Will the congregation please rise? Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, bi'alma divrach chirutei v'amlich malchutei, b'chayei uvyomei chon, uvchayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agalal uvizman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam olmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudesha barichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechemata, da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Ask for peace on earth, and we say Amen. V'yimeru Amen, v'yimeru Amen. We raise our voice as one, and we say Amen.
Please be seated. Our closing song this evening, Pure Heart, can be found on the slides on the screens behind us.
Create a pure heart in me, Great Spirit. Create a pure heart in me. Create a pure heart in me, Great Spirit. Create a pure heart in me, and renew a true soul within me, and renew a true soul within, and renew a true soul within me, and renew a true soul within. Create a pure heart in me, Great Spirit. Create a pure heart in me. Create a pure heart in me, Great Spirit. Create a pure heart in me, and renew a true soul within me, and renew a true soul within, and renew a true soul within me, and renew a true soul
May we be blessed with the energy, the courage, and the fortitude to go forward in life, pursuing justice, and creating a compassionate and caring world for everyone to live in. As we say together, Amen. Please join me for Kiddush and Motzi. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim, ki vanu v'acharta, v'yotanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, be'ahava uvratzon, hinchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh haShabbat. Amen. L'chaim.
L'chaim.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, b'tei avon. B'tei avon, everyone, please join us in the social hall for a nice cookie. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.